Hi everyone, and welcome to our channel, East of the West. My name is Valentina. I'm from Chernivtsi, Ukraine.
And my name's... Can I talk to you for a moment?
Okay.
I thought of a name for myself.
A name for yourself?
A name for myself.
What's wrong with Chris?
It's not memorable. It's boring. It's like Steve or John or Joe or Brad. It's a kind of name that a lot of Americans have. Even women can be called Chris, short for Christine or Christina. It's the kind of name that people forget at parties. Ken, right? No. I need something that firmly lodges itself in people's minds. I've decided.
And?
Mr. East. Get it? Our channel's called East of the West.
I get it.
It's like Mr. Beast, the fellow with the YouTube channel with somewhat more subscribers than ours, only easier to remember.
How so?
I cut off the B, streamline it so to speak, leaving me with 4 letters to his 5. It's a guaranteed path to success. Look how big that guy is. And my name is even easier to remember. 4 letters. Besides, I'm pretty sure that Beast isn't his actual surname. There are persons called Persons, such as Robert Persons, 16th century theologian, and Friend, like Rupert Friend, the actor, but not Beast.
No one called East?
I don't think so. Some are called West, like Simon West, director of Con Air and Lara Croft Tomb Raider, and Rebecca West, author of the longest travel book ever written, Black Lamb and Gray Falcon, which clocks in at 1,181 pages in its Penguin paperback edition.
What about Arabia Deserta?
I'm pretty sure that Black Lamb and Gray Falcon is longer than Arabia Deserta.
Anyway, back to the subject. There's Bald and Bankrupt, 15 letters by the way, who for years now has been doing something similar to what we're doing, only his focus is the post-Soviet realm, where ours is East Europe. I mean, we're not going to Kyrgyzstan.
We're not going to Kyrgyzstan?
I'd love to go to Kyrgyzstan, maybe one day, but no, the channel's called East of the West, by which we mean East Europe. The countries that most people don't think of when they think the West. Starting with Ukraine here, but eventually moving on to Romania, Bulgaria, Moldova, Slovakia, Macedonia, places like that. What do you know about Macedonia?
Not a thing.
Precisely. Also, the bald chap, who people just call Bald or Mr. Bald, even though I'm fairly certain that's not his real name either, wrings much of his humor from the kinds of worn out, impoverished, decaying, stuck in a time warp places that most people think of when they think post-Soviet. The kinds of places that no one would really want to go to unless it was to make humorous YouTube videos about them. Whereas we're going to show that there are a lot of nice places in this region as well.
You really want me to call you Mr. East?
All these guys use pseudonyms, Valentina. Cool, memorable pseudonyms like Mr. Beast and Bald and Bankrupt.
What about Drabinsky?
That could be a fake name.
We're not gonna be another Rick Steves, are we?
No, we're not just going to go around saying how great everything is either. Something between Bald and Bankrupt and Rick, I reckon. Without either of their considerable financial resources.
So you want me to call you Mr. East off camera?
No.
Can I still be Valentina?
Yes, you can still be Valentina, if you want. But wouldn't you prefer Mrs. East?
No?
Mr. and Mrs. East.
No.
I think it's kind of catchy.
No.
Or you can be Beauty, and then we'd be Beauty and...
No.
Well, all right then. Hello there, everyone. My name is Mr. East. We're talking to you from Ukraine. Yes, that Ukraine, the one that's been in the news for over 3 years. We moved here from the US even though Ukraine is still in the middle of a war. Sounds kind of crazy, I know. But look at us. Are these not the faces of absolute sanity? So I know what you're asking yourselves. What would possess two completely sane people to move to a country that's being invaded?
I was homesick.
Valentina was homesick, and with good reason. It's great here. I've been here on 3 separate occasions. The first was in 2016. I was just traveling through the region. And that's actually when we met.
And we lived here 2 different times, both before the war.
We traveled to several different countries together.
I did it!
Taught English in Thailand. Lived in Georgia, the country, not the state.
And we lived in the state of Georgia for a couple of years.
And after years of hearing nothing but bad news about Ukraine, finally one day it just hit Valentina.
We have to go back.
We have to go back, she said. And I said, sure, what the hell, why not? And here we are. So, east of the West.
I realized although a lot of people support Ukraine in these difficult times, and I thank you for that, most still don't know much about it.
Wherever we've traveled in the last 3 years, whenever Valentina has said that she's from Ukraine, the typical response has been, oh, that war.
I'm so sorry for your country.
In our recent travels, we've even had people ask us, so is that war still going on over there?
It got to the point when I didn't even want to say that I was from Ukraine. I got tired of finding that war was the only thing that people really knew about my country. I wanted to speak up. If only you knew. There are all sorts of wonderful things in Ukraine. We have these beautiful historical towns with elegant cafes and restaurants, and great food.
Yeah, I really didn't expect much from Ukrainian cuisine when I first got here, but I was very pleasantly surprised.
Philharmonic orchestras, ancient festivals and costumes, folk songs, crafts.
Beautiful women. Excellent and very inexpensive alcoholic beverages, if that's your thing.
Hiking, skiing, fishing, gymnastics.
World's #1 heavyweight boxer.
Countryside inns.
Mineral waters, spas.
Saunas.
Saunas. And then you go rolling around in the snow afterwards.
It's a lot of fun. Architecture, the churches.
Artists, musicians, novelists, poets, filmmakers.
Mushroom hunting.
Valentina is a fanatical mushroom hunter.
Once you start it, it's a love that lasts a lifetime. It rained last night. Let's go.
No, we have to finish recording our introduction here.
Oh, right.
It's a kind of sickness.
Mushrooms, mushrooms.
Snap out of it, will you?
I'm driven by a desire to show my country to people the world over. And I'm going to be learning a lot of new things myself, like about the cheese horses of Kosov, or the medical benefits of the rainbow mushroom tincture.
Reportedly good for boosting the immune system, improving cognitive function, and fighting cancer. I really hope it does those things because we're certainly not drinking it for the taste. Until recently, Valentina lived in complete ignorance of the cheese horses and the rainbow mushroom tincture, as did I. One final thing. Along with Ukrainian and other languages, we're planning to include Russian among our subtitle options. So if you click the little gear-shaped icon in the corner of your screen over there, I think it's over there, might be over here. Anyway, you click the little gear-shaped icon, list of subtitles comes up, and among them is going to be Russian. And we're including Russian among the subtitle options for two reasons, and would you like to explain what those are?
Yes, sure. First, because there are still many people in Ukraine who are primarily Russian speakers. But we also want you, the viewers in the Russian Federation, to learn about the country that their leadership decided to invade. Not a country of Nazis intent on destroying Russia.
I've spent plenty of time here and have yet to meet a single Nazi.
But a warm and generous people who want to live in peace. There are individuals who have no poetry in their souls, no sense of beauty, no sense of humor. Those who are incapable of kindness or generosity, who don't know how to enjoy a moment's leisure, to stop and smell the flowers, but who always feel like they have to battle and conquer.
Unfortunately for the rest of us, those types seem to be leading most nations now.
We are opposed to the beauty crushers, the destroyers.
Opposed to the humorless. But another thing is, we're planning to avoid political stuff on the channel. We all have our political opinions that we bore everyone we know with, and there are plenty of places online to air those. Which isn't to say that we're going to avoid mention of the war. It's impossible to avoid. We're reminded of it on a daily basis living here. It's a tremendous national tragedy. But these are a resilient people.
Yes, we are. So, to wrap up,
We hope you've made it this far.
our mission here is to show you something of the beauty and poetry of this great country.
And we hope in the future other countries in this region as well.
And we hope you enjoy the trip.
And that's that for now.
That's that.